Welcome to the Weird Girls Club with Niamh
and Amy.
Now grab a cuppa
Or something stronger.
and let's get into it. Hello, welcome back to the podcast.
Welcome. Your two favourite girls.
Two favorite girls, hunzos.
So, speaking of influencers, what do you think of like influencer fitness programs?
A load of bollocks.
Because I just seen recently your one Amber from Love Island, I want to say. Was she in the year with like Molly May and stuff? No. Yeah, she was. So like summer 2019, the last summer one, your one Amber that won it, she recently came out with like a fitness program.
Nah.
I don't know if you've seen it.
Nah,
But
not my thing.
Our whole like phrase was, I actually never believed the saying you can lose a stone in 6 weeks, but you actually can.
Yeah, it's called fucking starvation.
And just like,
No, it's just to me, like, I don't go out and I don't like buy them things. Like, I don't invest in them.
yeah.
Like, come
I
on,
have
like,
before.
who hasn't brought out an exercise video?
That's what I was thinking, because I straight away thought of like the girls from Geordie Shore. Like they've all brought one out. Charlotte, Vicky, Holly.
Yeah, it's
all
just,
of them. And like they're before, and do you know what? I'm like fair play to anyone who changes their life around, like loses weight if they want to lose weight, whatever. Because like you do see the before and after pictures. They've obviously lost weight, especially the girls from Geordie Shore, because their before and after pictures were like completely different. Where Amber's like, not that they weren't that much of a difference, but like she obviously got a lot more tone on. But what I hate is the before picture is like obviously really raw. It's them. They leave like their cellulite in or any stretch marks. They don't obviously have like the bikini or whatever they're wearing like pulled up a little bit at the hips to make you look slimmer. Like whereas then in the after one, she had her makeup done professionally, her hair done professionally. The bikini was sitting in different places to like flatter your body, and then her body was airbrushed. There was no stretch mark, no cellulite, and it's like, I'd much rather buy into something if you showed two real pictures. I'm not saying she didn't lose the weight and she doesn't look phenomenal, because I mean, right, she does, whatever, but it's like, why does that photo of you feeling better, looking better, and you're 10 times more confident, why does that have to be completely edited?
Yeah,
if it is real and genuine feelings of you're so much happier in yourself. That's what I don't get.
Like, I just think instead of buying, like, I don't think a DVD doing exercises is gonna like help. Like, it might help you get like lose the pounds or lose the stones or whatever that you want, but I think and like that, it has to be like a lifestyle change. Like, you're not going to watch the same video how many times a week.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. Like,
do you know what I mean? It's a lifestyle change at the end of the day. Like, I think that's where it starts. Like, you see people all over TikTok now, and they're like, oh my god, like the things they're doing like is amazing to lose weight. Like,
yeah.
And it's a lifestyle. No, I'm not saying like everybody is absolutely different. Like, some people lose weight, that's a tongue tie. Lose weight really fast, and then some people struggle with that. Even if they could be working 10 times harder than the person that is losing more weight. We're not judging and like that. We're literally just giving our opinions on. I think it's more the money side of it that we're with the DVDs and stuff.
Yeah, because I went on, I was curious of how much it was and whether or not it, like, she was charging for it, and I think it was like, I want to say it was like £70 but reduced to like 40. I'm like, it's only new, how is it reduced? Like, I hate shit like that. But yeah, it was expensive enough, and I just think everybody's different, if that makes sense. Like, while that diet plan and them workouts worked for her, and for anyone else who's done these videos, they were tailored to them by an actual PT for where they wanted to focus on, like their legs, their arms, their stomach, wherever they wanted to work on. That was tailored to them, and then they're selling you their plan. Whereas
business opportunity.
If you and your friends all went to a PT and he gave you or she gave you like workouts, they'd all be different.
They're all tailored
if
to
they
each
were
individual.
a real like proper PT that you were paying separately, but you've done like a group session or even went separately, they'd be different, and they should be different. If they're not,
everyone has a different body type.
And I mean, it's also, I feel like when you want to lose weight, like, so I mean, I've tried multiple different times, like different workouts, different diets, I've tried them all, but I think you really need to actually genuinely want it for yourself, and not just the whole society of not wanting to get bigger clothes or whatever it is. It's such a mindset thing.
Like, but put it this way, would you want to lose weight if, like, bigger clothes were available and it was normal.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you know what I mean? I was actually
such a society thing.
If anyone doesn't follow Louise McSherry, who does her own show on RT2, she actually had her stories up about like basically like brands such as H&M and stuff like that, like not made, like only doing the standard sizes of extra small to large, when in reality
a lot of people are large and up or medium and
exactly up, and then they do collabs and they're promised bigger sizes, and then collabs with H&M and stuff never go through, like an extra large. Like that's no use to people. Like you're actually discriminating against people of bigger body types, and that's all shops. Like her stories do on the, I was actually watching it on the, when was I think it was yesterday or the night before, I'm not too sure, but she had like a talk about it, and she's very vocal about it, because she herself is like, I'm plus size, like she was like, no one knows the feelings when you're walking down the street, you go into multiple shops and you can't fit into anything. She was like, it no matter what said, it makes you feel less of a person because you're not fitting into the mold of what society and like shops are fitting you into, which is completely fair. It's frustrating. Like,
it is very annoying, because that's the thing with like fashion. Even like when they're preparing clothes and they're getting samples, like the sample size is a 0 to 4. That's why like in the model industry they're so thin, and they want to be so thin, because if they go to a casting and they're like, right, try on this dress, let's see how you look in the catwalk, and it doesn't fit them, they're not getting booked, because that sample size doesn't fit them, and they're not they're not getting a bigger size of the sample size made, because it's that or nothing.
That's mad.
That's what it is. That's like the industry standard is a 0 to 4 sample size.
Wow, I never knew that.
Unless it's a brand that like actually does do like bigger size clothing, or like they want to focus on plus size as well, then they'll get bigger ones in. But like industry, I'm trying to think what actually plus size is it a 12 to like 18 or something like that is plus size? That's not even that big. No, like I don't think any size is necessarily big, but I mean when you're categorized as plus size, it's literally like a 12 to 18 or something.
I just don't know why they stop at an 18.
Yeah, I don't know why it has to.
Like Pennies, remember Pennies changed up their sizes, and they were like, oh, we're doing plus size. No, you didn't. You just made every other size smaller.
Yeah, you just went, you moved everything down and added like a 0 down.
Yeah, like it's so unfair. It is really, and it limits people so much that need to order stuff online. Like they should be able to walk into a normal store, and be like, I'm buying a dress for such and such an event, or I want to buy this, or I want to buy that, and not have to worry about
whether it's actually going to fit or not.
Whether it's going to fit or not. Like it's so frustrating. And like I after watching Louise McSherry's Instagram, I was like, Jesus, like the points she's making are just like so true. Like,
but you know what it is, I don't want to say they don't want to, but a lot of it is they don't want to spend that type of money on it, because when a shop orders like say a black t-shirt, the quantity from the like manufacturer will be like, let's say, what was in a box, I'm trying to think, like back when I worked when I was in college, it was like 3, let's say 2 extra smalls, 3 smalls, 4 mediums, 3 larges, maybe 2 extra large, and then 1 double XL. Like that's how the boxes come. Like you can't, like shops actually, unless they're making the designs themselves, like in-house boutiques and stuff, they don't number the amount they want in each size. That'll be like a box.
That's
so
ridiculous.
They probably order like 20 boxes then, but there's always gonna be more smalls and mediums, because that's how the ratio goes. That like them numbers are kind of off, but it is something like that.
But like, isn't it funny, because they're not like them numbers are the more numbers provided for the small, because they're not providing the sizes for say the large, the extra large, the extra, and so on, because they're not there available for people to buy. If they were available for people to buy, they'd probably have a better clientele.
Exactly.
Sorry, rant.
But yeah, that when I saw her plan, like I saw it a few weeks ago, and I was just like, it made me think of like Charlotte from George Shore, like all them people, and how big fitness DVDs used to be like years ago, and And I was like, the amount of stuff you buy into or plans you buy because you see someone on Instagram doing it, and it's like, that's just not going to work for your body type, or that's not going to give you the motivation. You need to find your own motivation within yourself.
100%.
And want to actually do it for yourself.
Like, it's not an overnight change. Like,
no.
But I think them DVDs kind of promote, like, you put this DVD on and your life's going to be all hunky fucking dory. Like,
it gives it a time frame. It's a stone in 6 weeks.
So what if you're not doing it properly, or you're less of a person if you don't lose that stone in 6 weeks? You'd be so discouraged. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's more, you create healthy habits. If you really want to do something, I don't think you're going to wake up one morning and be like, right, I'm not eating any more junk food. I'm going to do an hour's workout a day or whatever. Exactly. Like, that's not, you're not going to stick to it. It's going to be a novelty at first for a few days, and then you're like, oh, do you know what?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not, let's be real. Like,
you forget about
no, because you look for excuses. Like, oh, well, it's way too cold out, or it's raining out. I'm not going to go and do that run. I'm not going to go and do that walk. Like,
that's
like,
me.
I drank like double the amount of water yesterday. I don't need that amount of water today. Like you're going to find excuses. Yeah, oh, absolutely. Like, I was reading something and it was like, if you want to lose weight, the best thing to do is like, say, right, this week I'm going to drink 2 liters of water every day. For this week, that's all I'm doing to change. The week after, you're going to drink your 2 litres of water today. You're going to do a half an hour, 20-minute walk. Then following week, add a new habit, but you're keeping the habits. Like,
that's such a good idea.
So you're not like waking up like we've all done the Monday morning. Like, I'm starting fresh Monday.
Oh, my glass of water. Like,
sorry, I am shivering after drinking that drink.
Really?
You're rotten.
Take the blanket off the back if you want to.
Do you ever get? I think it's gone into me bones. Do you ever get that? I'm have to hit the mic. Thanks, hon.
Some pennies.
Oh, I like this blanket. Amy has
I literally got it in pennies. I brought it back over with
It's gorgeous. I asked me ma to make me one of these actually, and she was like, how do you expect me to send this over to you now?
But
oh, this is nice and cozy.
It is. It's real cozy, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I've actually seen something. I can't remember where I seen it, but it was like, it takes 5 seconds for you to talk yourself out of something.
Oh, easy.
So within them 5 seconds, like, say you do want to start going on a run in the morning, or you just want to start getting up an hour earlier, when your alarm goes off, instead of being like taking the time to dwell and be like, oh no, I'll roll back over, like, I mean, I can sleep in for an hour.
Yeah.
Like, I think whatever it was like a podcast, but they were talking about something else that they heard, and they're like, this person literally says in their head like 5, 4, 3, and as they get through, like, they get themselves up.
I think it was on a TikTok video. I seen that, and she's like, what the astronauts do, they count down from 5. That's where she got the idea. So when she heard her alarm going off, she'd go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and she'd jump up out of bed. She always does it. Yeah, I think I seen it on a TikTok video, but could have been from a podcast or something. I don't know. But it was on TikTok video.
So the podcast I was listening to, they were talking about someone else, so it could be that person on TikTok.
Probably. Yeah, it was a girl that was saying.
I think as well there was someone that said like put on a song when you wake up, but like, like when my alarm's gone off, like my eyes don't even open, my hand just knows where to go to press snooze. It's like, so I can't even be like, oh yeah, put on a song, because I mean, I either go to sleep for like 10 o'clock and sleep right up until my arm and have like 12 hours sleep, or I go to sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, there's actually no in between of me just getting a decent amount of sleep. I'm getting too much and then I still don't want to go out of bed, or I'm not getting enough and I'm dragging myself out of bed.
Because I think, because when you live in Toronto as well, the summers are so hot, and you're like, the last thing I want to do right now is sweat even more. Definitely. And then in winter, it's like, oh, too cold, freezing cold. Like, I don't want to go out.
Never happy.
Like, you're never happy. Like, there's no, like, you could probably get a few weeks in like the autumn, which is really nice. I love the autumn over here. Like, autumn is autumn over here. It's just it's so
like maybe
nice.
A light jacket, maybe not a jacket, but you can sleep at night because you're not sweaty. And oh yeah, I love that.
It's so nice. Yeah, I love autumn over here. Spring, even though we only get like a few weeks of it, there's not 3 months of spring or autumn.
Because it can just rain a bit, and then maybe you'll have an odd snow day as it's getting warmer.
Like, can you believe, like, it's like nearly late January and not a sprinkle of snow?
This podcast probably coming out in like the mid-February.
It's probably coming out in February. Yeah.
We like to record a lot because it goes so fast.
Because it just, like, pending times, we don't know what's in store.
Yeah, that's also very true. But
it's even if the listeners have made it this far.
Yeah, we're still kicking about.
People have said that we have loyal listeners, so we appreciate it.
Yeah, we love you guys.
Small business shout out time. So our first small business is a company called Scandals by Kate. She creates gorgeous candles, and Kate was so kind. You'll probably see a promo video coming up this week sometime. She gifted us 2 lovely candles, so we were very excited to give her small business a shout out.
Yeah, so a little info on Kate. She moved to Toronto 4.5 years ago from Limerick. She started making candles in October 2020, so it was during the pandemic as like a creative outlet from her corporate job. She started off only making them for herself and friends, but then decided she was going to put them up on Facebook, and it worked really, really well for her, and her brand took off.
So Kate's main focus for the brand is inclusivity. She made the candles in a range of skin tones and takes suggestions from followers about what other skin tones they would like to see. In February, she will be adding 2 more body shapes to the brand, including a plus size candle, which is amazing. So exciting.
Yeah, we're all about inclusivity. Also in February, she does have a Valentine's collection, so it's a week from Valentine's Day. If anyone's listening,
Whoop, whoop.
You want to get yourself a present or your partner a present, or Valentine's collection includes a pastel pink, like a baby pink candle,
kind of like a baby pink,
the ivory candle, and like a rosy maroon colour candle. So fab.
So nice.
Perfect Valentine's gift. So if you want to check out Kate, make sure you go to our website at www.scandalsbykate.com, and our Instagram is scandals_by_Kate. That's scandals_by_Kate on Instagram. She's based in Toronto and ships Canada wide, so make sure you check her out.
She also provided our listeners with a discount code, so if you put in Weird Girls Club 15, that will give you 15% off. So yeah, go save some coin, go place your order. They're absolutely gorgeous. All our collections are absolutely fabulous, so go check her out.
So, yeah. Right, guys. No, sorry. I actually read that. So I didn't know what I wanted to say then.
Have you got any like when you think back to your teenage years, have you got any stories that like stick out in your head that you're like, oh my god, like this was one of the funniest times that happened to me, or the scariest time, or like anything like that?
I don't know if I want to say them.
No, but it's
not like that. It's like I just don't know what me mad doesn't know.
Well, you're 23 now. She's not going to give out to you.
In a different country, she can't bleed and whack me with the wooden spoon now.
She'll on the next flight over.
I'm trying to think what is okay to say, like, and
she'll laugh now.
No,
if you were
seriously.
a teenager, she'd laugh now.
I know, but like, I was like a Tasmanian devil.
Yo, you know you're an only child.
Yeah, like I was a brat. So you start us off there if you have something you can think of, and I'll see what vibe we're on, what level of the.
I'm trying to think when I think of me, like obviously there's loads.
I have such bad memory though, like such bad memory.
Like the ones that stick out in my head from when I was a teenager was the one like that comes straight to me head. Is me and my friend. She's still my friend today. I don't know if she want me to say her name, so I don't know if I'll say her name.
Right, don't say her name.
Just in case the story, but I was in school together and we were in religion one day, and our teacher at the time was talking about like having a gut feeling, like when you always trust your gut. It was just like some stupid part in religion, like,
right.
And it was like always trust your gut.
I'm sorry, you just made me remember a story, and I'm like,
alright,
I'm like, will I tell that? But no, keep going. You just, as soon as you said school, it made me think of something. But
alright, okay, so at least I'm have the trigger and something.
Yeah.
And
on the right track.
The bit in religion, the teacher was like, always trust your gut, like your gut will always like put you in the right direction. Didn't really think that of it, but I'm going to say my friend's name. Sorry, she's gonna, if she listens to this, she's gonna know it's about her. But like, I just don't want to say it in case she doesn't want me. It's not even that bad, but whatever. We used to go up to the Phoenix Park, and you know, you're in the Phoenix Park, and there's the monument on the left. When you're going through the gates in the car, the monument's on the left, and there's another side to the park on the other side of the road where there's like the little lake and stuff, and there's like a nice garden and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You don't, are you disagreeing?
The Phoenix Park is so fucking big, but I do know the park.
But you know, if you were like going up the main road, if you're going from one end of the Phoenix Park in a car to the other end of the straight road.
I do. The lake's near the playground over the opposite side.
Yeah. So we were over that side. So we were up near the main road, but up the like on that side.
Yeah.
We weren't on the side of the monument. We were on the side.
Yeah, you threw me off when you said the monument, because the monument's all the way over the opposite side.
What are you talking about? It's across the road.
Well, I mean, obviously it's across the road, but it is over the opposite side of the park. Like when you have
the main like, road, lake, it's so far. Yeah. So I just meant if you split it by the main road.
Yeah. I get you now. Yeah.
So we were over there. Oh Jesus.
Wait, how did this get from the religion class?
So just to keep that like
right,
trust
in your
gut.
Okay.
We were in this side of the park, and there's a car going around with a big speaker on the front of it, or come out the roof of it, and it's like it's saying something, and we couldn't understand what it was saying. And I remember making the joke of, you don't have to chase me, I'm over here. You don't have to be looking for me, I'm over here. Joking, because we didn't know what the car, like the speaker of the car was blaring out because it was so mumbled.
Right. Was it just like a radio, or was it like they actually had like
It
a
was like
microphone on it?
It was like they were talking over like an intercom that was coming out of the car, like as a notice, like, right?
Right, okay.
We'd never seen this car before up here, so we were just like, this is hilarious, so funny, like don't even know what they're
Did
saying.
you always hang around the Phoenix Park?
We were always up in the Phoenix Park.
Mhm.
Always up
Gigolos.
in- well, it's not that far from me.
Like, I mean,
It's about half an
it's
hour walk.
closer to bleeding May. I wouldn't always be in the Phoenix Park.
That's not that far from me. Like if I was up at Dolphin's Barn, it's like what, 20-25 minute walk.
How fast do you walk?
It's not that far.
25 minutes from the Dolphin
If
Barn.
I don't go up to the main, I come up the side way. I come
Yeah,
up by
over
the
is the
monument.
Island Bridge. Is that what that's called?
I don't know what it's, I come up through Inchicore.
Yeah, you have to literally go past Comanium Jail, over
Yeah.
Island Bridge. That itself is a 25-minute walk from where from
So
Dolphin's
say
Road.
about a 40-minute walk. We used to go.
Yeah, no, right, yeah.
Right, so we were up
Right.
there and the car's going around blaring this thing, and we were like, what is he saying? Like,
Right.
can't even understand him, blah, 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 blah. So we're like, we walk down to the end of the park, or further down enough. Then it rings in our heads. I think he was saying they're locking the park.
Oh.
And it is now getting dark. So we're running. Oh my god, I can't even like keep a straight face saying this story. So we start running to every single divot that we knew there was a gate. We were like Mario and Luigi running around this park. We're running in, all the gates are locked. Like we can't get out of this side of the park. Like we're stuck. We were like fuck. Right. So we ended up, I think we walked because we knew there was like a gate up further, like past the playground. You went all the way up the hill.
I'm just thinking now, like, how stupid were you? Is the whole main road, them gates don't lock because you can drive through it all night.
No, not
Like at the end of the courts and at the end of like them houses when you're going to Blanche.
No, I wasn't locked in the two big main, but that the cars come through. I was locked in the side. I was on foot.
Yeah, but there's paths either side of the road. Like, I actually don't get what you were saying. Like, the Phoenix Park is huge. It's
Listen,
actually like one of the biggest. Is it not the biggest park in Europe? Or
I think it's by a few. I don't know if it still is, but I knew it was. I don't
Yeah,
think.
but
No,
what-
you're not getting me. I'm not on the main road.
I know, but why didn't you walk to? Well, maybe you did at the end. Right, sorry, continue.
What are
with
you
the story.
talking about?
You're telling me the park's locked and you're trying to get out all the side gates
Yeah,
and they're all
the
locked.
side of the park I'm on. So I'm on the side where the lake is. You know the way there's like...
Yeah.
That's not open though. There's a big it's fence all the way up.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't notice.
So that's fenced and gated all the way up. So we didn't know that side gets locked closed.
Oh, I didn't even realise there was actually a fence there or a
Oh,
gate.
there's a fence because
Right,
I'll tell you the rest of my
right.
story.
Continue this.
So we're locked into the side with the lake and the playground, right? And we're running around trying to open all these gates, and we realise, right, we're locked in here. Then we realise, right, I think there's another bigger gate up the other end of the park. So all the way past, through the playground, through the lake, there's a gate. I think there's a white gate up that side. We'll try get up there. So we start, now it's getting dark, like, we think we're the only people in this side of the park, like. We start walking and a group of fellas appear, right? And we're like, oh shit. Like, just me gut was like, no, this just doesn't feel right. And my friend was like, oh shit, like, so they're like, oh, come up this end, like, come up here and all, like, we're all up here, like, and then they start saying, there's a hole in the gate up here, you can get out, get
I
out.
just hate shit like that.
What?
I just hate shit like that. Trying to squeeze through the bleeding rain.
They were like, yo, there's a big gap in the gate up here, you can get out up here, get out up here. And the two of us were like, oh my god, like our stomachs were like, I have to flipping.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, this doesn't feel right. She's like, no, it doesn't feel right. So then we turned and we started darting towards the gates. We were trying to get out. They were locked, but we were like, I'll fucking scale this gate if I have to. Like, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. So then we could see the fellas following us, right?
Oh, shit.
So it's a gang of fellas and two girls. Like, it's dark in the park at this stage, right?
Yeah.
And I ran, and I don't run for nothing. Like, a car could be coming at me, I'll be like, yeah, hit me, I'm not running.
Yeah.
Like, I'm that lazy bitch. She, oh my God. So we said, we're going to have to jump this gate. And there's all spikes up on top of the gate, right?
Yeah.
I remember looking over the gate and pure panic. Like, when you're that panicked and you feel like something bad is
I know, yeah.
you don't care. Like, you don't care anymore. I literally, there was a jogger going past, and he must have been about in his fucking 60s. And I said, please, you have to help us. You have to help us get out of the park. And he was like, what? He was like, the gate is like locked, you have to help us get out. So Sinead, oh, it doesn't matter. So my friend, he's already know her name, but I'll just keep saying my friend in case I get to edit out.
Yeah.
My friend, she kicks off her boots because she tried to get on the spikes of the gate that were down below, because it was all like layered spikes.
Right, yeah.
Like, you were metal gates, but it's like spike bar.
Yeah, no, I get the gate.
So she tries to put our boot on the spike, and like the fucking spike went through our boot. So she was like, right, there's spiky, that's not gonna work. She kicks off our boots. She kicked them. I think I held our boots for her. She jumps over the gate, and your man does like helps her down.
Oh my God.
I give her shoes. Were
the umphlas still like coming
the
towards us?
umphlas were still coming.
Oh no, see, I'd want to go first, but also I wouldn't
She
want to go
didn't
first.
give me a choice. She was kicked our boots off. So then I literally fucked me boots over the gate. I wasn't even asking her to hold them. Fucked them over. I hopped on the jogger's back. He was about 60.
What do you mean you hopped on his back?
I hopped on his back. I was like, get me out.
Oh my God.
That fucking fella must have nearly had a heart attack with me being a heifer dropping onto his back. But before he even hopped over the fence, I stood on the fence. But I didn't know there's an extra part of the gate, like a spare part. The fucking thing was like wobbling. And I'm swinging, trying to get me leg over the gate, over the spike. And I ended up on your man's back. Like, she was there. She was in knots. Like, knots laughing. And then he just jogged away.
Never seen again. Into
Never
the
seen
distance,
again.
like the hero we needed.
But you know what? It's the pure panic. That
your
like,
heart
on a
is
normal
racing.
day, I wouldn't have asked anyone. Like, I would have, like, fucking hooshed each other up quicker. But out of pure panic, I actually stopped. No, do you know what the first thing I actually said to him was? You have to get the park, people.
Yeah, like, where did that car go? Why did you just run from the car and not ask, like, the person in the car, how are we going to get out then?
No, we didn't think they were locked. We thought it was the same side as the normal fiend, like where the monument is, that it never closes.
Oh, okay.
We didn't know that the park people actually go around and lock this side of the park's gates.
Why the fuck do they do that?
Maybe to keep fuckers like us out.
Yeah, but the whole rest of the park is open, like.
I know. I remember that was the first thing I goes, here, you have to get the park people. Get the park people. He was like, what? I was like, the park people have to open this. He must have thought we were strung out on drugs or something.
God.
Oh my. But the funny thing, what I mean is, with your gut, we went back then. It must have been that, like, a few days later, and we went up to see, was there a hole in that gate that they were talking. We checked all the gates. There was no gap. There was no gap.
God.
So this is why, like, me and my friend were always saying, like, our guts, like, thank God that, like, that religion class was always like, just in that class was like, trust your gut. She was like, trust your gut. And we knew, and we were like, do you know what?
Actual, like,
I know.
me throat feels like it's actually sweat. Like
as scary as it was, like, we can't tell each other that story without pissing ourselves laughing. But moral of the story, trust your gut.
Yeah, and don't follow strangers into the dark, like.
Yeah, and like, if there's a fella or there's people in the car,
look at the timetable before you enter a park. It always is on the gate.
We didn't come through the front gate.
Oh, never.
That was the issue.
Just don't go to the park at night, seriously.
Yeah.
Or go to a park that doesn't close. But oh my God, that's actually crazy.
Isn't it?
Yeah. It sparked some, like, stories in my head, but I don't know what one to tell.
But, like, I don't think my friend lets me live down that I jumped on that jogger's back. God love him. He must have went to A&E after.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I have a Phoenix Park story, but I don't know whether to tell it because nobody knows it except for, like, the 4 people that were there, and we said we'd never tell anyone. But I don't know to just say it because it was years ago.
Just say it, and just don't say their names.
No, I'm not going to say it. I'm trying to think, wait, who was actually there?
Is it bad?
No, it's not bad, but it's like, oh, I don't, no, it's not bad. And when I tell it, people are going to be like, that's so stupid, like, but I'll just tell it, right? Oh, but, right.
If you change your mind later on.
I'll text my cousin after this. Let's see.
Just say it. If you want me to tell it out, then
yeah, right. So, my cousin had only got a car for Christmas.
Oh, Jesus.
Was it Christmas or for Christmas, right? So we used to go out on drives. Like, we'd randomly drive up to the mountains or drive wherever, right? So one night we had drove like out the Blanche, like for no reason at all. There was me, my cousin, and I think like 3 other people. Like there was the 5 of us in the car. You could fit 5 people in the car. Like there was nobody else. And oh my god, I'm getting like flashbacks. It was I'm sorry, I got into a fit laugh thinking about it now, but at the time it was pretty scary. So we drove out to Blanche and we were on our way back and we were going through the Phoenix Park, right? We were just driving around the Phoenix Park and we drove past, do you know the part, it's kind of like after you go around the little roundabout and you're driving through where like all the deers are and it's literally just dark fields everywhere. Sorry, hold on, I'm readjust. So we were driving down and we had seen this like a Golf or a Polo, like they were just sitting in parked. And we drove past them and we couldn't see whether anyone was in it, but like we were just took no notice. Then we saw the car lights turn on and they like done a U-turn to turn around and like follow us, kind of. Like that's what we thought, like that's what it looked like, right? And then it looked like they were kind of speeding up. Now this this story literally happened in a matter of about 10 seconds. Like it was like proper adrenaline, like Justin Bieber was blaring in it was the time of like when that album came out, Purpose, like that was the album, like that's how long ago this was.
Oh my god.
So what, like
so like 2011?
No, about 2015 or something. Purpose, yeah.
Oh yeah, what was never mind.
Yeah, so like literally that was on and oh my god. So we thought they turned around and it looked like they were speeding up like literally right behind us. So oh my god, I was about to say my cousin's name. Not that it matters, but like people probably know who it is, but she jammed on like what is it called? The accelerator, is that what it is?
Yeah.
So she flew like really fast and we were like speeding down. We're in the Phoenix Park, you're allowed to go about 10 miles an hour. Like in pitch black where the fields are. So it gets to the part where like she has to do a sharp turn and we literally spin like the back of the car, like oh my god, like even thinking back to the back of the car, like flip, like not flips but literally slides
like a
right around like a proper 360, like, and literally all I could hear was Justin Bieber in the background. I got like I wish I could remember what song was actually on, but it was literally just Justin Bieber blaring and all of us like oh my god, like cause I don't know if someone said they're actually like following us, but they literally like the other car proper flung out and around and like started like speeding up behind us. So she was like fuck that and like sped up. I don't know where the car went. The car just disappeared because you could only go straight down this road and turn right. But so that happened and we had stopped and we were like oh my god, like is everyone okay, like because it was it looked like almost one of the car crash ads, like the way we just swerved kind of. And then next of all we started rolling, like the car started rolling and she had to rev really had to try get us like whatever way the car positioned, because it proper turned around. So like if that car, honestly don't know where it went, or if say if it was young fellas in the car and they just started pissing themselves laughing, slowed down and parked back up, like genuinely don't know where they went, because the only way they could come was down where we were. So if they had still been speeding up, like they legit would have crashed right into the bumper of the car, because we flew around like and the front of the car was now facing where the back of the car was, like a proper done a 360.
Yeah.
So I don't like, thank god wherever they did or whatever they stopped, they didn't keep coming, because it would have just pushed into the front of us, right?
Oh my god.
But then like the car stopped for about 3 seconds and we were like oh my god, like literally life flashed before your eyes. And then the car started like rolling, so she has to try rev to get up a bit wherever we were. So she flies back up a little bit and we like, she parks the car up and we stop and like we're secure and we're like all just taking a moment, because it was literally life flashed before your eye. Like it was so scary, all our hearts were racing. we like look out because we're like, where the fuck did that car go? Nowhere to be seen. But the scariest part was when we realised what was actually outside of the car, because I think we had gotten out, like we had parked a bit, gotten out and seen where the car spud. It was literally like this close to, you know, in the Phoenix Park when you're driving through and like the road's up and it's like big steep hills.
Yeah.
It was literally like, I'm saying this close and I'm like, how big is that? Like a
Half a
ruler?
foot. About
Like a 30 centimetre, is that what they are? It was literally about, like, my heart's actually racing thinking about it now.
Oh my
God. It was
God.
literally like a big ditch. Like, if we had have spun a bit more, or like she hadn't have took a sharper turn, like we would have literally went over. Or if she wasn't able to, after we stopped from that part of spinning, if when the car started rolling into the fucking ditch, if she hadn't been able to get it up that way, like we literally would have been gone. No one knew where we were. Like, we just got into the car, like, all going for a drive. I mean, like, no one knew where we were.
That
Like, we
is
would have been
mad.
there till like the next morning. Like, oh, scariest thing.
Oh my God.
My heart, oh my God, I told that story so fast.
Yeah, it's like when you're like,
Yeah, but like, not that it took a while for us to even laugh about it. Like, it was that kind of scary.
yeah, that's fucking traumatizing.
Like, now we're like, oh my God, remember that time? But like, we've actually never told anyone, because we were like, she will
except
never.
for yous.
I know, because she was like, I'll never be allowed driving car again. Like nobody knew.
Yeah, she was probably like, I'll fucking be banned from
But
this
you know
car.
what the weirdest thing was, right? So when we were picking up one of our friends, she had went into the house. I don't know what it was for, whether she went to the bathroom, and our friend's ma, oh my God, sorry.
Hiccups.
Right. So we were picking up my cousin's friend, and she went into her house for whatever reason for a few seconds, and I don't know why, but our ma told her something. Like, she was asking her about the car. The friend's ma was asking my cousin, and there was something random. She said, like, oh, if you're ever like about to get into a crash or whatever, like, make sure, it was something like, don't pull up the handbrake, because that's like the first thing people do. Something weird like that, because I don't know what it actually does, I can't remember now. And it was like, she told her that hours before this happened, and she knew not to do that. Like, so she didn't do that. Like, she done what she told her to do. She was like, something about like, is it take your, I don't know if it was like take your
It's like
foot
a sharp, it's a sharp spot, so
it's
you
a
could have
sharp
just
stop,
tumbled
so
like.
the wheels can like lock or something like that, and then she wouldn't have been able to properly turn them to actually turn us, like something like
Oh
that. And it was
my
like
God.
hours later that happened, and because like it was just so random.
That's
but
scary.
Yeah,
That's actually scary.
That's so different to your story. It's like this
Mine was
Yours
a lighthearted
funny,
story,
lighthearted.
and
Mine was
yours
like,
was
that time I
Yours
almost
like
died.
life and death.
And I remember we were just sitting up and we were like, we almost died to fucking Justin Bieber. I wish I feel like it was Sorry or one of them, like, is it too late now to say sorry? It was legit like one of
Oh
them
my God,
songs.
why are you gonna put that song in my head now?
I know. That's why I think of with that album. I legit think of that story.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that was my near death
Well,
experience.
if your cousin killed you, then yeah, it would have been too late to say fucking sorry. Wouldn't have.
Oh my God. But yeah,
Jesus,
that
I
was
feel like I need a drink
I know,
after that
like,
story.
literally get me drink back up. Sorry, I need to me gin.
The ice is melted in it.
My cousin's gonna text me and be like, "You fucking bastard, why'd you tell that story?" Like, cause now it's not that big of a deal. Like, she's driving years, and like he's
Yeah.
gonna say that. But
But it was like
back then,
our
it was
new
like
car, like our
our
first time
new
driving.
car, and like, how old are you when you start driving? Like 16?
17.
No, is it? Are you sure it's not 16?
Yeah, it's not 16 in Ireland, it's 17. It's 18 actually, what am I saying?
No, it's definitely not 18.
No, it's definitely not 16 in Ireland. Because it's 16 here.
When did Purpose come out? I'm gonna Google when Purpose came out. Because it was like, as soon as you can get your driver's license, she got a car. So it was after that Christmas. It doesn't say when it came out. That came out in 2015. So it was literally like January 2016 then it was. But how old do I now? I'm 23. So I would have been.
Yeah,
Wait,
the
so
legal
was it-
driving age in
so it would
Ireland
have
is
been-
17.
So she was 17 then. And we were all 17. I think I was the oldest. Like, I would have been 18 in March. I'm like, back then we felt so old, but like now when I'm like, oh my God, you're actually like that age. But But
Oh
yeah,
my God.
we had a few incidents in the car. Not a few incidents, but like when she was first learning, like you don't realise at night time how many people just pull out and don't indicate and just like taxi people as well that just
Yeah.
like fly over them little roundabouts, you know, like in the middle of Drumlin and Crumlin and stuff like that. Them
Yeah,
little small
yeah.
ones, like that just fly through them and all.
They
and-
rip around, do you?
Yeah, but yeah, no, that was that was a mental night. But yeah, well, tell you, sorry, me ma actually knows about this. Well, did I ever admit? She probably does. Anyway, she's gonna know what actually happened that night now. But it was the first night I ever snuck out. Staying in a friend's house, right? And the friend lived like near town, like what was it, like near Cork Street, not actually on Cork Street, but like near that area. They were staying there in my friend's house, and there was two of my other friends were with me. There was 4 of us, and we just randomly decided one night, like, sneak out, you could say.
Right.
Me, 3 of my friends, we were staying in one of my friend's house. She lived like near town-ish, like Cork Street area. For anyone from Dublin that knows the area, we were staying there, and I can't think exactly what time it was. It was probably like 2 o'clock in the morning. And we were still up, and we were just like, we should go out. Like, we were, how old would we have been? 14? 13? We would have been 13. Well, it was like the first summer after secondary school. So I think we would have been 13. We didn't even get dressed. I think I went to my pajamas. I'm trying to think, because what we wore was funny. I had... right, so what we were wearing was kind of funny. I was wearing like fluffy pajama bottoms, but they were like had snowmen on them, and I was wearing a pink velvet Juicy Couture tracksuit.
Oh my God, so
and some random like high top runners. One of the girls was wearing like denim shorts because it was summer, but like I mean, it still wasn't warm. Welly boots and some random top, and that like we were all dressed in. We looked like piebalds. We were random as fuck. But anyways, we decided to take a walk into town.
As you do.
So we walked down like past like Patrick's Park, down by the cathedral, like just literally having after. We thought we were the coolest people ever, sneaking out in the middle of the night. Like we legit thought we were the business. It was probably later because it was bright. It could have been about 3 o'clock in the morning, like 2:30, 3 by the time we actually left. Right, it was kind of getting bright, and we were like, I don't think was Snapchat around then. I don't think so. But I felt like we were recording it. No, it wouldn't have been. But like we were going to town. We went in town. It was actually the weekend. I think of Oxygen was on. Like one of the last Oxygens, or like something was on, like Eminem and Slang or something random like that was on. We went all the way into town like for no reason, like up O'Connell Street. It was the weirdest thing because like nowhere was open. And like we would have never been in town that late, and like saw like drunk people and stuff like that. So it was so weird.
So there was people around, was there?
There was a few people around, yeah. Like as we were coming up like Dame Street. Was it Dame Street? Yeah, like there was a few people around. We walked up, and so all the deliveries were out at the shops, and we were like, oh God, I'm starving, like, and we were thirsty.
Stop.
So one of the shops had like cartons of milk.
Stop. You big milk napper.
We robbed cartons of milk because we needed a drink, and there was no shops open.
Oh my God.
We robbed cartons of milk outside one shop. Then when we like done a loop back around, I don't even know what we did. It was so stupid. Then we kind of done a loop back around O'Connell Street and was walking back. We got to like Westmoreland Street where the big Londis is, and that's actually 24 hours.
Yeah.
So we went in there and we were getting like chicken fillet rolls, but there was a homeless man outside. Never forget this. He was asking us where we were at. Longitude. We were literally towards the not longitude, bleeding. What is that? Oxygen. And he's like, we were just like, yeah. We started taking the piss. We were like, oh yeah. It was like, it was great. And he was like, did you do any drugs? And we were like, no. He's like, no, don't. Never do drugs and all right. And he started like kind of telling us his life story. It was so sad. Never forget. He was like, oh, like I've never done drugs before in my life either. He's like, I lost my job. I think it was like a few months ago, he said, and then my girlfriend kicked me out, and he's like, now I'm just homeless. And I was like, oh my God, like my heart sank. And I was like, me and my friend, like I think we both had like a 10 or a 12-year-old between us, so we gave it to him. Now we could have been taking us for a film, but he genuinely didn't look like he wasn't dirty or anything. Like it was like he was really in the early stages of like being homeless, kind of like he hadn't gone down that road. He's like people have offered me stuff, like certain drugs and stuff. He's like, oh, I have thought about it. And I was like, obviously, I was like, it's hard. Like, I mean, if you're actually sleeping out in the streets at this point now, it was about 5 o'clock in the morning or something like that, 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, we had like a heartfelt conversation with him. I'd actually love to know where he is now. God rest his soul. He probably has passed away, but
or hopefully
like, he
not sorted himself out.
Yeah, because that's all. Like, he'd been to college, like he had a really good job. Because like back then,
was he young or?
Probably would have been like mid-20s. Because I mean, back then, no, I'm talking as if it was years. Like, it actually was. Oh my god,
what?
I'm just realizing this story was about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually gonna cry. I'm just realizing how old I am. I'm telling the story from 10 years ago.
She's actually crying. She's actually crying. Oh
no, Niamh, I'm just realising that I'm telling the story. I'm actually going to start sobbing.
I know, when you think about how long, because it doesn't feel
how can I tell a story from 10 years ago? How? Sorry, me breakdown. Recoup. Me breakdown's over. Yeah, I can't stop getting 13 out of my head that I was 13. That was 10 years ago. Anyways,
scary.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I actually can't move on. What was I even saying?
I think my story would have been about 10 years ago as well. I was about 15.
Stop. Because even the one that when I said I was 17 going 18, that was like 6 years ago, 5 years ago.
Oh. I should have actually said that I wasn't jumping on joggers' backs at the age of 25 when I got to about 15.
Why are you making me relive my teenager? Oh my, I am not a teenager.
Because teenagers are like the funniest years.
Yeah, they are, but now I'm realising that I'm like,
you don't give a fuck about anything. Adult. You really don't. Like, you don't have the common sense.
No, you don't. Especially going out in the middle of the night as like 4 young ones in like shorts and pyjamas. But anyways, we made our way back eating our chicken fillet rolls. Oh, I used to love them.
I'd love more for chicken fillet roll.
Well, I wouldn't now, but like eventually.
Oh, well, yeah, you're vegetarian.
But anyway, so we ended up like going back to our apartment. We legit thought we were like Charlie's Angels or something, or like totally spies. Like, we got out undetected because there's cameras on this friend's house. There was cameras, right? But we're like, they're never gonna know to actually look back on them. Like, if we get back before, so we got back. It was near 7 o'clock in the morning. So this girl's family, like, they own their own company. So like, some of them do be out early in the morning to start work, like start shifts, and so we were like ninjas trying to get back into our house because we thought we saw one of our aunties that literally lives around the corner. Like, we saw her in our car, and we were like, no, she didn't see us anyways. So we were literally like ninjas, like we were crouched down, hiding behind cars, like crawling up the road to get to our house, because we were like, we cannot be seen, like, because my ma was really strict. And then her family like would have been really strict as well. It was only me 2 other friends that like their mas wouldn't even found out, and even if they did, they'd be like, "Are you so fucking real?" But like, my ma literally is so strict, and her family, the house we were staying in, they were so strict, right? God. So it was like one of these things. Like, if you're caught, you are dead. Like, you're not getting caught.
Like, your life depends on it. You're grounded for like ever.
Yeah. We make it back into our house. Think what the business. We weren't seen by anyone, laughing. We go to sleep now. At this stage, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. We've legit been out all day. Right, we get back into our house, we go to sleep, we wake up at probably about 2 o'clock in the day, and then I've missed calls off me ma and stuff, and I went down to me ma, she only walked down the road, right, and she was like, where were you last night? And I was like, in so and so's house. She was like, you know that? She's like, we didn't go out this morning. I thought up of this lie. No, I actually tell a lie. I think she rang me. I don't think I'd been down with her at this point. I think she rang me, and I came up with this lie that I said to her, and I was like, you need to listen to this because this is what we're sticking to. I actually can't believe I'm now admitting that I was the one that came up with this lie. We were hungry. We went to the deli in the morning and came back. We weren't anywhere else. We were only gone for half an hour to go to the shop because it was 7 o'clock in the morning. That's not a bad hour. I mean, I have to be
like, people go for work at that time, so.
Yeah, so I was like, right. I was like, we went to the shop to get a roll. That's all we did. We went to get breakfast. We were hungry. We had woke up. We couldn't sleep. Something like that. And so my mom was like, all right. I think she kind of believed that. But then she got them to go back on the cameras and saw that we had left. Because then, like, her auntie had been like, they went out for a roll. Like, why didn't they make something else? Why did they actually go out and all? And then, obviously, between them, they must have been like, well, we checked the cameras. So they obviously scrolled back, seen what time we got in at, and scrolled back and kept scrolling back for hours on end and realising when the fuck did these leave? Yeah. So then when I went down to her, she was like, what shop did you go to? And we were like, that what the spare around the corner there and all. And she was like, so what, that takes like maximum 15 minutes of your strolling? And I was like, yeah, I think we actually might have been about half an hour. Like, you know me, I walk slow. She was like, more like about 5 hours. Where the fuck did you go? I was like, God. I was like, 5 hours? 5 hours. Like, this sounds terrible, but as a kid, if I had a lie in my head, I would be the one to stick to that. I would be like they'd be like, no, I'm giving in. She knows. I'm like, no, you keep saying it. Do not admit. Deny, deny, deny. That was my motto as a teenager. Deny, 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 deny. They will never know. They will never know.
They'll never know.
So I was like, no. I was like, no. And she's like, we checked the cameras, and I was like, no, you didn't. You're waffling. You're just trying to get me to admit to something that I didn't do. Like, that was my... I'm like, you're trying to get me to admit to something that I didn't do. Just try to catch me out. I'm too smart for you. She's like, Amy, I swear to God, we looked at the fucking cameras. You left at... Like, say it was like, you left at 2:15 and he's got back at 7:45. Like, something stupid like that. Like, she was able to tell the exact times. I can't remember now because it was poxy a decade ago. But... yeah.
Oh my! And what happened? Did she get?
I was grounded for about a week or something, 10 days, something like that, something stupid. Yeah.
That's still off lightly.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, 13-year-olds have been around town talking to homeless people.
Well, she didn't know the ins and outs. I can't remember where we didn't say we went to town. So now I'm realising she's gonna listen to this and be like, yeah, actually went to town. I don't know where we said we went. Anyways, I think we said we sat in the park up in.
That's even worse.
Wait, leave out the little part where I actually said the fucking area. I only said the first letters, but a few people get. But we sat in the park. I think we just pretended we sat in the park, but the playground was like right by our house. Like, it wasn't an actual park. It was literally just, do you know the way some of the flats have like a little playground?
Yeah.
We legit just said we were sitting there.
Oh my God.
That like some of our friends, like we'd all met, like something stupid like that. I actually can't remember what we ended up saying. I don't think we said we went to town. I don't think so. I should ask my ma what she remembers before this goes out.
Oh my God, that is hilarious. We need to get your ma on this.
No, we don't.
I'd say she has some great stories.
Yeah, of me being an absolute bastard.
I would have locked you up and threw away the key.
Yeah.
You would have been like Rapunzel.
I was wild that summer. It was like secondary school. Woo, I'm an adult now.
Mad now.
Actually, what age did you start drinking at?
14.
Same.
I think I could have been 12, but I think in my head I'm thinking 14. I remember my sister Rachel she pulled up in a car. I was walking around with my friend, just as you do, like. Yeah. And my sister Rachel pulls up in a car, and she whips out this bottle of whiskey, and she said, I think she was locked herself. I think she was going to a gaff party or something. Yeah. And she was like, there's that bottle of whiskey for you. I have it opened and over. She was like, put that under your coat if you're going to drink, and don't let anyone see you drinking it. So me and my friend thought we were this shit walking around with me bottle of blue whiskey under me coat, taking a swig of it, giving her a swig of it. Like, thought we were the shit. Yeah, like, do you know what I mean? At that age, like, oh my God, it's wicked. Like, oh my God, like, we're locked. But yeah, my sister, she just randomly pulled up in a car and hands me a bottle of whiskey.
And was that the first time you drank? Then
I think that's the first time I remember drinking. Yeah. But I think, like, before that, I would have had like a slight, stuff to drink, like, and stuff, like, you know, and like there's a party on your house or something, and you take a slight sip, like. But that's the time that like stands out to me, that I was like walking around with my drink, with my wicket, like, hilarious. Oh my God. Do you remember your first drink?
I remember when, like, sorry. Fuck's sake. I remember like that I was 14 and it was like, it was literally the summer of like first year. But I don't remember
what
day.
Year for you.
I was like, that was my wild year. Like, I was actually like, that was a mental year. But it would have been that summer, but I don't remember the exact date or how it even like happened, if that makes sense. But I don't know. I'm trying to think what the first drink was. I think it could have been whiskey, or like cans.
That's not that bad. It's not as if you went straight to like pure spirits, like.
No, by the end of the summer though.
But like, Yeah, like, come on, everyone used to drink like a naggin.
Yeah.
Like, if like a naggin, like.
I know. You'd almost fit a whole naggin into a bottle of BPM.
Yeah, like, yeah, that's what you used to do, though. Are you?
Oh, I feel sick thinking about that.
The trick was, if you were sneaking out your gaff with a naggin in your bag without banging off at it, my sister Rachel told me this.
Put it in your socks.
Put it in a pair of fluffy socks.
Yeah.
So when it's bouncing around your bag and you're legging it down them stairs out that door, it's not banging off keys, phone, nothing. You are out there. They won't suspect anything.
Yeah.
No, but I got away with murder because I was.
So did I. Like, I'm
because
actually
pure
afraid to go
Rachel
into everything
being the
from that summer because my ma thinks, my ma can't listen to this one.
I know, you're an adult now.
I know, but like, I think my ma thinks she caught me the very first time I had a drink. And I'm sticking to that story.
Your ma's name's Tara,
the summer was over, let's just say that.
Your ma's name is Tara?
Why?
I was going to say, Tara, this is an exclusive from Amy. She's giving you all the doors.
Oh, Jesus. Do you remember the first time you got caught? Let's go with that. Sorry.
Got caught what?
Got caught drinking. Or were you ever caught?
I never got caught drinking.
Never
I nearly got caught. I remember once vividly, vividly. I remember that we had a PC at the time, like a computer.
Right.
And that was up, like, this is like before people had laptops, like it was all like, you know, like desktop.
You used to actually have to set a computer, like the big box.
Yeah. So this was like, I remember it was, I don't even know why this is important, but it was like a flat screen computer, but it was like, you know, the like the ones you have in schools, like the actual, like, desk,
like a proper Dell thing, monitor and everything.
Yeah. So that was with me ma and dad's bedroom. Obviously they weren't gonna they wanted it somewhere that they could check what we were on. Like, they used to have it down in the sitting room, then you moved up to the bedroom, their bedroom, like. And I remember there was someone owned, like, my man and dad don't drink now, right. So there was someone, I think it might have been a birthday or a party on the house, and there was vodka left. I think there was a naggin of vodka in the fridge, or me ma caught someone with the naggin of vodka, and it was in the fridge. Don't know, I can't remember why the vodka was there.
Right.
And I remember saying, I wonder what vodka's like. So I was up on the computer and I came down. I got a pint glass. I remember pouring loads. I mean, like, thinking back now, I poured loads of vodka in it, and then I poured water in it. So I was drinking watered vodka. Yeah. So I brought it up to the computer in a pint glass. I'll never forget it. Necked this pint glass of vodka and water, and I'll never forget, I started feeling the effects immediately. Like, I remember looking at the computer screen, and I'll never forget, the computer screen felt like it was moving, and I was like, I need to go off this computer screen. So then I got into bed, and I obviously brought the pint glass with me. I wasn't going to leave it in my man dad's room, so I brought the empty pint glass with me. And what happened? Oh, my ma came up, and she, I remember coming into me going, did you drink any of that vodka downstairs in that fridge? Now this was,
how old were you actually? I don't know if you already said, but
I must have been, I want to say 13.
Okay, so it was still like the fourth year of you having, like, starting drinking.
Yeah, like, I don't want to say younger, but it could have been young. But I'm pretty thinking I was in secondary, like, first year at least, like, starting first year.
I just actually want to put it out there. We don't condone
any of this. Like, do not drink.
Do not do this. But I don't know if this is a thing anywhere else, or if it, like, even anywhere no, it is in other places in Ireland. But knacker drinking as a kid is what it was called. Don't do it. But a lot of
we don't condone
Irish
it. This is
teenagers do it.
This is just us being absolutely stupid.
The legal age in Ireland is 18.
Yeah, and please abide by this rule.
Yeah,
it's for safety. I remember my ma coming up and knocking on my door and going, did you drink any of that vodka? Because I was down in that fridge. And I was like, no. Like, how I even got away with it, because I couldn't even fit me. I could feel my eyes weren't even focusing. I was like, no, what are you even talking about? Because I was in bed at this point with the lamp on, like, acting fucking normal. Yeah. And I had hid the pint glass under a pile of washing in my bedroom, right?
Right.
And I was like, please don't pick up the washing. Don't pick up the washing while you're in here. Like, praying. And my ma was like, all right then. Then she went into Rachel's room, so she was doing the rounds between the three of us.
Yeah.
And I knew she wouldn't believe Rachel because Rachel was a bit of the wild child when she got into her teenagers.
Right.
Rachel was kind of the rebel, like, but I was the rebel in the shadows. Like, I was learning from Rachel what not to do.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
she used to get caught all the time doing stupid shit. So I'd be like, haha,
Taking
like,
notes.
taking notes. I knew she didn't believe Rachel and she was kind of blaming Rachel. I think she asked Kira and none came of it or whatever. I'm not sure what happened with Kira, but she came in then and she tried to take me washing. I'll never forget that she tried to take the washing. I go, she's gonna know the glass is gonna roll out, like it's gonna roll out of washing, like. And I was like, no, leave it and all. And she was like, no, I'm taking your washing. I'm just taking it down and all. And then I think she went into her bedroom. And then I grabbed the glass and put it on the side of the sink in the bathroom. So no one knew this was my glass. It was just on the side of the sink in the
Why
bathroom.
don't you just put it under your bed or something and wait for an opportunity to like
No,
clean it?
because if she started rooting, because she used to like, not when your ma, like when you're away, she clean out your, like,
Yeah,
under
but
your
if you were
bed and all.
sitting in the bed, like, put it under you, or, like, I don't know, that's just what I did. I used to
It was
hide
just me
everything under me
instinct
mattress.
was get rid of the glass.
Yeah, true.
Like, if she's gonna blame anyone, she already thinks it's Rachel.
I actually just want to be out there. I didn't hide and actually, like, proper. I was just like, I used to hide everything under my mattress. There was not a lot of things to hide, but I'm just saying, it was my go-to spot to just put random stuff.
Yeah, our big, like, money full of suitcase. But I put the glass then on the side of the sink in the bathroom. I was like, if she thinks anyone's gonna blame Rachel, because she already thinks it's Rachel.
Yeah.
From the tone, I knew. And I came out of the bedroom and I had me pile of washing in my hand. And I was like, Mad, you actually want to take down, because I had gotten rid of the glass. So I was like,
Yeah.
right, get rid of the clothes and she won't have to come back into me. And then she was like, I was like, oh, Mad, there's a glass on that. Oh, no, what was it? I didn't say there was that. And she was like, oh, Niamh, is that your glass?
And you were like,
And I didn't even
she knows.
I didn't even have a chance to answer. And I remember turning the glass upside down to taste what was in the end of it. And I said in my head, I am royally fucked. Like, it was like that. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I think I could see the drip hit her tongue. Like, that's me whole.
Why would she take? I
The
know
fact that I
there's
was
something
fucked up after drinking like a pint glass of vodka and water.
Yeah.
Never do it, because it's absolutely horrible. I don't know why I done it. She couldn't taste something. She couldn't taste something. She was like, alright.
Fuck. Oh.
She took me washing my down the stairs and I
How
swear.
could she not even
I
smell
remember
the vodka
getting into
off
bed.
the bottle, off the glass?
I know, unless it was the drip of water that was in it.
I know,
And
but
that's the
still,
only
like, you'd
thing.
smell it.
But see, then I was thinking, my ma's a smoker, so her taste buds are already kind of.
Yeah.
Then I
that
was
makes
like,
sense.
I remember getting into bed and I said a prayer to Holy God that night, and I said, I promise I'll go to mass every weekend. I promised them the moon and the stars that weekend. Now that I hold it out, obviously not.
No.
But that was like the closest. Oh no, there's another time as well I was close, but not as close.
close.
Like, this was, eyes couldn't focus. My heart was, I was sweating.
Yeah.
She had to see that I was guilty.
Oh my god.
She had to.
Yeah.
I
think
never
that's
said
more
that
of
before,
what
so
it
if
was.
she listens to this, she's gonna know.
Yeah.
But
That's
Rachel
so
probably ring
funny.
me like after this and be like, you bitch, you were letting me take the fall for
Oh,
that.
do they still not know?
No.
Oh,
She was like, you were letting me take the fall. Because I knew about the conversation they were having.
Yeah, she was
Your man just
blaming her.
automatically like
Thought it was
assumed it was
That's so funny.
it's never the baby.
So funny. I did get caught did I only get caught once? Yeah, only once I did get caught. Technically, on a technicality, I didn't. I was ratted on.
Who ratted on you?
So it technically didn't get caught off and I did. But within the same friend's house that we snuck out, we used to do.
She's such a good influence.
Yeah, we were great influences on each other. We just got up to no good, but we were literally like that. Like, didn't leave each other's side. So the other two friends that snuck out with us, they were down with us, but they weren't staying in the friend's house that lived near
Right.
town. They were going home, and I think we were after having like a drink that day because it was like summer. It was like that summer we were going out, nothing else to do, drinking in parks, whatever. I think we were after having a drink or something, right? And we walked down to the bus stop to get the bus home, but we were with a few, like, two other friends, two boys, right?
Oh, two boys?
Oh, fuck's sake. We were with two fellas that,
My
sake,
laugh
why
sounded
am I
like
t-
Mrs.
why
Brown
am I
there.
telling
Like,
this story? Yeah, so we'd walk down there, and to their knowledge, we were going home, like back to that friend's house. But it's still so fucking annoying to today, even though it was 10 years ago. They had went home. I think my phone had went dead. Or both, like, genuinely both of our phones did go dead because we were at the been out all day. Like, it was about like 10 o'clock at night or 9 o'clock at night or something. Seriously, I think we had Blackberries or something like that. It was literally like the battery lasted the day and then it was gone. But so our phones had went dead, and at whatever point in the night, I think me ma had texted one of the friends that went home and like, are you still down with them? Like, I can't get through to Amy. And she was like, no, we left ages ago. Like, I'm in my house. They walked us to the bus, blah, blah, blah. And then I think she rang my friend's like dad to see were we back, and he was like, no, they're not back, they're still out. And I was like, what the fuck? So then this is without my knowledge, me and my friend were still out with the two young fellas, and we were literally outside our house. And we had walked back, and I think we just strolled back, but then we ended up just sitting outside our house, right? We were literally standing outside our garden, and next of all, a car comes down, and it's me auntie. And I was like, but what the fuck? I mean, ma jumps out the car, and the two young fellas go run. I don't know why, like, my man knew the two young fellas, but they go absolutely running, like pegging it, because one of the young fellas just goes, Amy, there's your ma, and just scarpers, and I was like, what? And then I was like, oh fuck, because we were obviously at that been drinking. And I stand there, and my ma was like, you're at the been drinking. I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, no, we haven't. And my friend's dad comes down and was like, drinking? No, they haven't been drinking. Like, at that point we'd been into the house and back out or whatever. She's like, yeah, they are. I must have been told they were drinking by so and so. My other friend, basically, she was like, oh Amy, I'm so sorry for like telling your ma, like, I genuinely thought there was something wrong, you weren't answering your phone. I was like, I'm a 13-year-old having a drink. I'm not going to answer the phone to me man at like 10 o'clock at night. I'm like, her phones went dead. Like, nothing happened. Was in this 10-minute walk from the bus stop to our house. But so she had eventually told me ma that we were after been drinking. She was like, I don't know if there's something wrong with them. So then my ma was like, bull flew down to outside my friend's house and literally just reefed me into the back of the car and brought me home. And then at that point, I think my uncle had lived with me, lived in my ma's house with me, right? So he was there, my ma's friend. So it's just like a Saturday night. My ma was having a drink in the house with a friend. Yeah. So me other auntie, she had rang on like pick me up and bring me down there. Now I need to get Amy, right? So I went back up to the house and I was sobbing. I was like, I wasn't drinking. I don't know why. She's fucking lying. She's a liar. Blah, blah. Like, me, deny. Deny.
So
I get home and I go up to me, man. I like, get up, shower around. I don't want to see it. So I'm in the bed and I'm sewing. And my uncle comes up to me. He's like, were you drinking? I was like, no, I swear I wasn't drinking. I don't know why she said that. I think I was like, she was just jealous because she couldn't stay in the house. She had to go home but she had to go home early and something stupid like that. And he goes down and he's like, Tara. Like, she wasn't been drinking. She's down and whiny heartbroken up there. Oh, I'm thinking with now, right? And I could hear my ma's friend being like, Tara, relax, we all did that. And my ma's like, no, I didn't drink till I was 21. And our friend was like, Tara, shut the fuck up, like, I don't care, like, we all drank like that. And she's like, stop being cordial. And so my ma comes up and was talking to me, and she was like, were you genuinely not drinking? I was like, no. And then she turned on the light, so my uncle come up in the dark, didn't turn on the light, right? And she turns on the light and she's like, Amy, you can't even see straight. And she goes downstairs, she's like, you're a fucking tick, did you turn the light on when you were up there? Because she fucking can't see straight. She's like, eyes all bloodshot and all. And I was just like, oh.
It's because I was crying.
It was like, I'm just so sad and upset. Oh, I wasn't drinking, blah, blah. But yeah, that was funny. I think I was grounded for about 2 weeks then. I think she tried. I can't remember if she took my phone off me. I don't know. My mum used to love fucking taking my phone off me. But I can't remember if she actually did or not. But yeah, that was the only time I actually got caught. And I mean, technically, I wouldn't have.
You didn't get caught. You got ratted on.
Snitches get stitches, bitches. No, my joking. But yeah, that was my getting caught. Not really getting caught, but yeah.
Wow.
Funny times.
Jesus Christ. Amen.
Praise the Lord. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, that was their little antidote.
I think that was enough for today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will I find a little quote to end on?
Let's end on a positive quote.
Yeah. You ready for this, Niamh?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure then?
Yeah.
Have I got your full attention?
You have my full attention.
That's good. We're all doing big things, just taking different sized steps.
Yes, honey.
Word.
Love it.
take that with you into the week. See how it goes. And have a great week, everyone. Hope you had a little laugh at our...
Yeah, like...
They were crazy stories. So I hope you had a strong drink for that.
Yeah. Hope you had a strong drink. Listen to how we started drinking and getting into shit. Yeah. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed
No role models here. No role models
No.
here. But enjoy your week.
Be safe, wear your mask, keep a distance, wash your hands.
All the good stuff.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.